Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Friday, October 5th. And we had a pretty nice day yesterday. You can see as we started out with some clouds in the morning, but they quickly moved out of the area for the most part. And then mainly some fair weather clouds through the day, and then lots of sunshine. Temperatures not too bad. We started out with a high temperature of 77 degrees, but that was around midnight. And we saw our temperatures fall through the days into the 60s and then into the upper 50s by late in the day. But again, overall, with the breezy conditions and sunshine, that certainly helped to dry things out a little bit. But unfortunately, we've got a lot of rain coming right on through probably next Thursday. I could see rain every single day until then, and I think when all is said and done, we may be looking at about 2 to 3, maybe even 2 to 4 inches of rain here between now and next Thursday over parts of the area. The heaviest rains will be across much of the northwestern 3/4 of the MAC area, but all areas should pick up quite a bit of rainfall here over the next 7 days. You can see our normal high is 64, the normal low is 42. And as far as yesterday goes, there's our high is 77 degrees. That occurred about 12:35 a.m. in the morning, and our temperatures fell pretty much the rest of the day down to 42 last night. And since midnight, we've dropped down to 39 degrees here in the Breckenridge area. We picked up just 1,300 of inches of rainfall yesterday, so not a lot of rainfall, but we're going to add plenty to that. Sunrise this morning at 7:40. It'll set tonight at 7:12. And if we look at conditions out to this morning, again, we were down to 39 degrees, but you can see temperatures mainly in the upper 30s to low 40s. The warm spot down in southeast lower Michigan, where temperatures are in the mid 40s. As far as precipitation since midnight, you can see nothing has fallen. But again, we've got more showers and eventually some thunderstorms moving in from the southwest. That'll be coming into the state here this morning. And you can see yesterday we had this cooler, drier air back across the Great Lakes, but that high pressure system now moving off to the east, and the return flow is going to bring plenty of moisture. And you can see it develop along the warm front here this morning as some of the colder cloud tops now coming into Illinois. And again, those are on the move right towards the MAC area here for later this morning and off and on right on through next week. And we have a couple of periods of maybe some heavy rain, one coming tonight into tomorrow morning. Many areas could see between a half an inch to as much as an inch and a quarter. And if we look at the weather map this morning, you can see our frontal boundaries off to the west. The cold front that came through here now is going to be moving to the north. Yesterday, the models at the 12Z run looked a little more encouraging, like the heaviest rains would stay well off to our west and they would be less. But now it looks like this warm front will not make it very far north into the state. And if you're around that warm front or to the north, which would include a lot of the MAC area, looks like heavy rains could fall. And again, these heavy rains would be for mainly tonight, late this evening and tonight. And again, if we look at the weather map by tomorrow, that low pressure system moves in. The warm front tries to sneak. I'm not sure it's going to get that far north, but no more than it gets to the north, it'll be squeezed off as the cold front will come through the area. And then that'll set the stage again for more areas of low pressure to move up it and try to bring this front back to the north. And we're going to see that north and southward movement of this frontal boundary that just isn't able to move very far as it remains parallel to the upper flow. And again, we're going to continue to see rain chances right on through much of next week, and maybe some changes after that. Now, yesterday the precipitations were about 1 inch to 2 inches in the mid-Michigan area. And again, with that warm front not making it as far north, more heavy rains now are back in the forecast. You can see some of the areas over by Newaygo, maybe 3 inches or more, and isolated areas could pick up over 4 inches here over the next 7 days. So a very, very rainy pattern. Again, as we talked about for probably the last 5 days, we may not turn a wheel until we get towards mid-month. It's going to be hard to get out in the fields and get anything done here. Again, right on through next Thursday with that chance of rain. Finally, I think we see as the cold air begins to press in the longer range, we'll see maybe conditions dry out. But over the next 6 to 10 days, look at the amplification of this pattern with a strong ridge in the east and a strong trough in the west, and we're right in the battle zone. And that's going to lead much of the country in above normal precipitation. But finally, as this big upper trough begins to slowly move to the east, it's going to begin to suppress the moisture in the 8 to 14 day outlook down to the south, and we may have a little bit better opportunities for harvesting to continue at that time. But boy, until then, it just doesn't look good at all. As far as the forecast goes, today it'll be the coolest day of the period with highs only in the mid to upper 50s. and then we'll have that rain and thunderstorms move in tonight and continue. Again, right on through much of next week. Highs tomorrow a little warmer, around 70, but earlier we thought we might be able to get into the low 80s, but with that front staying south of much of the area, now if you're down towards Blissfield and Jasper, you may climb up towards 80 degrees or so. You will be warmer, and then again we cool back down as we get on the other side of the front on Sunday, and then as the front begins to flex back to the north, we get temperatures up in the upper 70s, maybe low 80s on Tuesday and into Wednesday. I didn't put the temperatures out there, but it'll definitely be warmer on Tuesday. I think that's one of our best chances to get into the 80s. And then if the front is slow enough, we may stay in the low 80s as we get into Wednesday as well. So a pretty stormy period coming up. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, a great weekend, and 73s to all.